नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Text 1 Narada Uvacha देवदेव नमस्तेस्तु भूतभावान् पूर्वज तद्विजानीहि यज्ञानामात्म तत्त्वनिदर्शनम्।
Hare Krishna. Sri Narad Muni asked Brahmaji, O chief amongst the demigods, O firstborn living entity, I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Please tell me that transcendental knowledge which specifically directs one to the truth of the individual soul and the supersoul.
Text 2 यद्रूपं यदधिष्ठानं यतः सृष्टमिदं प्रभो यत्संस्थं यत्परं यच्च तत्तत्त्वं वद तत्त्वतः.
My dear father, please describe factually the symptoms of this manifest world. What is its background? How is it created? How is it conserved? And under whose control is all these being done?
Text 3 सर्वं ह्योतद्भवान् वेद भूतभव्य भवत्प्रभु करामल्कवद विश्वं विज्ञानवसितं तव.
My dear father, all this is known to you scientifically because whatever was created in the past, whatever will be created in the future, or whatever is being created at present, as well as everything within the universe, is within your grip, just like a walnut.
Text 4 यद्विज्ञानो यदाधारो यत्पर तवं यदात्मकः एकः सृजसि भूतानि भूतेरेवात्म मायया.
My dear father, what is the source of your knowledge? And under whose protection are you standing? And under whom are you working? What is your real position? Do you alone create all entities with material elements by your personal energy?
Text 5 आत्मन् भावयसे तानि न पराभावयन् स्वयम् आत्मशक्तिमविष्टभ्य ऊर्णाभिरिक्वाक्लम.
As the spider very easily, thank you, Mataji, as the spider very easily creates the network of its cobweb and manifests its power of creation without being defeated by others, so also you yourself, by employment of your self-sufficient energy, create without any other's help.
Text 6 नाहं वेद परिं हास्मिन् नापरं न समं विभो नामरूपे गुणे भ्राव्यं सत्सत् किञ्चित् दन्यतः.
Whatever we can understand by the nomenclature, characteristics and features of a particular thing superior, inferior, or equal, eternal or temporary, is not created from any source other than that of your lordship, though so great.
Text 7 स भवान् चरत्घोरं यत्तपासु समाहिता तेन खेदयसे नस्त्वं पराशङ्का च यक्षसि.
Yet we are moved to wonder about the existence of someone more powerful than you. When we think of your great austerities in perfect discipline, although your good self is so powerful in the matter of creation.
Text 8 एतन्मे पृच्छता सर्वं सर्वज्ञ सकलेश्वर विजानीहि यते Vedamaham buddhaye anushasita.
My dear Father, you know everything, and you are the controller of all. Therefore, may all that I have inquired from you be kindly instructed to me, so that I may be able to understand it as your student.
Text 9. Brahmovacha. Samyak karuणिकस्येदं वत्स te vichi itsitam yadaham chodita samya bhagavardiyar darshane.
Lord Brahma said, my dear boy Narada, being merciful to all, including me, you have asked all these questions because I have been inspired to see into the prowess of the Almighty Personality of Godhead.
Text 10. Nānritam tav tacchapi yatha mam prabhravishi bho avijñā param matta etavatvam yato hi me.
Whatever you have spoken about me is not false, because unless and until one is aware of the personality of Godhead, who is the ultimate truth beyond me, one is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities.
Text 11. Yena sarojisa vishvam rochitam rochiyamyaham yatharkognir somo yatharkshagraha taraka.
I create after the Lord's creation by his personal effulgence, known as the Brahma Jyoti. Just as when the sun manifests its fire, the moon, the firmament, the influential planets, and the twinkling stars also manifest their brightness.
Text 12. Tasmai namo bhagavate vasudevaya dhimahi yanmayaya durjaya mam vadanti jagatgurum.
I offer my obeisances and meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna, Vasudeva, the personality of Godhead, whose whose invincible potency influences them, the less intelligent class of men, to call me the supreme controller.
Text 13. Vilajyamanya yasya sthatumi chapate amiya vimohita vikathante mamahamiti durdhaya.
The illusory energy of the Lord cannot take precedence, being ashamed of her possession, but those who are bewildered by her always talk nonsense. Being absorbed in thoughts of it is I and it is mine.
Text 14. Dravyam karma cha kalascha svabhavo jiva eva cha Vasudevat paro brahman chanyo artho asti tatvata.
The five elementary ingredients of creation, the interaction thereof set up by eternal time, and the intuition or nature of the individual living beings are all differential parts and parcels of the personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. And in truth, there is no other value in them.
Text 15. Narayan paraveda deva narayana gaja Narayan paraloka Narayan paramakha.
The Vedic literatures are made by and are meant for the Supreme Lord. The demigods are also meant for serving the lords as part of his body. The different planets are also meant for the sake of the Lord, and different sacrifices are performed just to please him.
Text 16. Narayan paro yogo Narayan param tapah Narayana param jnanam Narayan paragati.
All different types of meditation or mysticism are means for realizing Narayana. All austerities are aimed at achieving Narayana. Culture of transcendental knowledge is for getting a glimpse of Narayana, and ultimately, salvation is entering the kingdom of Narayana.
Text 17. Kasyapi drishtirishyasya kutasthayasyakhilatmanah srijayam srijami srishto ahamikshiyaiva bhichodita.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I can't see the text 17 for English. Thank you, Haribol. Inspired by him only, I discover what is already created by him, Narayana, under his vision and the all-pervading supersoul. And I also am created by him only.
Text 18. Sattvam rajastam iti nirgunasya gunastraya sthiti sarga nirodeshu grihata mayaya vibho.
The Supreme Lord is pure, spiritual form, transcendental to all material qualities, yet for the sake of the creation of the material world and its maintenance and annihilation, he accepts through his external energy the material modes of nature called goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Text 19. Karyakaran katritve dravya jnana kriyashaya badhnanti nityada muktam mayinam purusham guna.
The three modes of material nature being further manifested as matter, knowledge, and activities, put the eternally transcendental living entity under conditions of cause and effect and make him responsible for such activities.
Text 20. Ka esha bhagava linge स्त्रीभिरेत धोक्षजा स्वलक्षित gati brahman sarvesham mama chekshvara.
O Brahmana, Narada, the superseer, the transcendental Lord, is beyond the perception of the material senses of the living entities because of the above mentioned three modes of nature. But he is the controller of everyone, including me. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Suparna Mataji and Namrata Mataji, very beautiful recitations. Thank you so much. Okay, so we shall. I couldn't unmute the video.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
I can't unmute the video, Mataji.
Oh, can you try now? Because I've made you host now.
Okay.
You mean displaying the verses?
No, this, it's not opening the video. Seems.
Okay, do you want me to share the verses then?
No, it's all right, Mataji. So I can share the screen possibly.
You can share the screen, yes. Okay.
Okay, so somewhere that I can't share my video. But anyway, without video, we shall proceed.
But we can see your screen, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
But why is just what video not working? I've made you host.
I don't know, it is not.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Okay, so we shall start. So before we start, we shall pray Mangalacharan prayers. Oh, अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांशं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांशाम्। हे कृष्ण करुणसिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिविकासस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। शृणुतां त्वकथाः कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृद्यन्तस्त्वह्यभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृसतां नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। एते चांशकलाः पुंसः कृष्णस्तु भगवान् स्वयम् इन्द्रारिव्याकुलं लोकं मृडयन्ति युगे युगे। इदं भागवतं नाम पुराणं ब्रह्मसंहितम् उत्तमश्लोकचरितं चकार भगवान् ऋषिः निःश्रेयसाय लोकधन्यं स्वस्थये नमः। कृष्णे सुदामोपगते धर्मज्ञानादिभिः सह खलु न सदृशामेषा पुराणार्को अधुनोदितः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये। अतिविश्वेश विश्वात्मन् विशुमूर्तिस्वकेषु मे स्नेहपाशमिमं चिन्तिधुं पाण्डुषुरिष्णिषु त्वयि मेनन्यविषयमतिर्मतपते सत्कृत् प्रतिमुद्वहत गङ्गो श्रीकृष्ण कृष्ण सखा विष्णु विश्वावनिधृग्राजन्योंशदहनानपवर्गवीर्य गोविन्द गोद्विज सुराट्यहरावतार योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। तुलयामलवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मर्त्येनां किमुत शशहं पुनश्च भूयात् भगवच्चनन्ते रतिः प्रसङ्गश तदाश्रयेषु महस्त्वयां यामुप्यां सृष्टिं मैत्रसु सर्वत्र नमो द्विजेभ्यः। ओम नमो भगवते राधा गोविन्दाय नमः। हरे कृष्ण। Okay, thank you, everyone. So thank you for kindly giving your association this evening. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 5, cause of all causes. So Narada Muni approached Lord Brahma and asking to speak, to know about all the tattva, and is there anyone above Brahma? So such kind of questions were asking, and Brahma he was speaking to Narada Muni. So I am not the supreme creator. So he Tasmai namo bhagavate vasudevai dhimahi yanmaya durjaya mam vadanti jagadgurum. So he mentions Vasudevai Dhimahi. So Vasudeva is the supreme personality of Godhead. So, and I am offering my prayers, and I always meditate on that Vasudeva. So in that sequence, he is saying, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, and then he says, Narayana Paro Yogo Narayana. So Narayana Paraveda Deva Narayana Angajaha Narayana Paraloka Narayana Paramakaha Narayana Paro Yogo Narayana Parantapaha Narayana Paramjnanam Narayana Paragatihi. So Narayana is the he is the all the Vedas. So Paraveda, and he is Narayanangajaha, Deva Narayanangajaha. So all the demigods, they are the part and parcels of the Supreme Lord Narayana. And Narayana Paraloka, Narayana Paramakaha. And all these planet systems, they depend on only Narayana. And all the Makaha, all the yajnas and sacrifices, and all the austerities and yogic processes. Narayana Paro Yogo, they're all meant only for Narayana only. Tapasya, Narayana Parantapaha. And all the jnana knowledge is only to know about the Narayana. Narayana Paramjnanam. And Narayana Paragatihi. So he is the ultimate destination. So in that sequence, he is saying that Tasyapi Drasturishasya Kotastasya Akilatmanaha Srujjam Sujami Sustoham Yiksha Eva Abhichoditaham. And that Lord, he has created the primary creation, that is Sarga, that is called Sarga. So now I am creating, whatever I am creating, it is a secondary creation. Sujami. So previously whatever he has created, that is Srujyam. Now it is Sujami. Sustoham, even I am created by that Narayana. And now I am being inspired by that Lord to create further secondary creation using the existing material ingredients. So this is the Sarga and Visarga. Atra Sargo Visargasha Sthanam Poshanam Utayaha Manvantar Ishanakato Nirodha Muktirashriyaha. These are the 10 topics of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Atra Sarga Visarga. So these are the Sarga and Visarga. Atra Sargo Visargasha Sthanam Poshanam Utayaha Manvantara Ishanakato Nirodha Mukti Ashriyaha. These are the 10 topics. So here Brahma is speaking on the secondary creation. So I am creating this secondary one. So the Lord has already created Sarga, the primary one. So now Brahma is saying further about this material world and the Supreme Lord who is beyond this material creation. So he expands himself into 3 material modes of nature and the deities to control, to create, to maintain, and to destroy using these 3 material modes of nature. So he accepts Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara for in the mode of passion and goodness and ignorance sequentially. So we are now in the second canto, chapter 5, verse number 5. Sorry, verse number 18. Chapter number 5, verse number 18. Sattvam rajastamiti nirgunasya gunastrayah sthiti sargha nirodeshu gruhita maya vibhoho. Sattvam rajaha tamaha iti. So these are the sattvam, the mode of goodness, rajaha, the mode of passion, tamaha, the mode of ignorance. Iti, all these three material modes of nature. Nirgunasya gunastrayah, and nirgunasya, who is beyond these three material modes of nature, nirgunasya, of the transcendence. Gunaha trayaha, these three qualities. So the Lord is beyond these three material modes of nature. And sthiti sarga nirodeshu, for what purpose? For the maintenance. Sthiti sarga nirodeshu. Sarga is the creation, nirodeshu is the destruction. In order to, for these purposes, sthiti sarga nirodeshu gruhita maya vibhoho, and he accepts by the external energy, Maya Vibhoho, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So only one person, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he expands himself into Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara for Sthiti Sarga Nirodeshu, for the three activities. And but he is the above on three material modes of nature. Likewise, Brahma is saying, Sattum Rajastamiti Nirgunasya Gunastrayah Sthiti Sarga Nirodeshu Gruhita Maya Vibhoho. So translation for this verse. The Supreme Lord is pure, spiritual form, transcendental to all material qualities. Yet, for the sake of the creation of the material world and its maintenance and annihilation, he accepts through his external energy the material modes of nature, called goodness, passion, and ignorance. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So the Supreme Lord is the master of the external energy manifested by the three material modes, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. And as master of this energy, he is ever unaffected by the influence of such bewildering energy. The living entities, the jivas, however, are affected by or susceptible to being influenced by such modes of material nature. That is the difference between the Lord and the living entities. The living entities are subjected by those qualities, although originally the living entities are qualitatively one with the Lord. In other words, the material modes of nature, being products of the energy of the Lord, are certainly connected with the Lord. But the connection is just like that between the master and servants. The Supreme Lord is the controller of the material energy, whereas the living entities who are entangled in the material world are neither masters nor controllers. Rather, they become subordinate to or controlled by such energy. Factually, the Lord is eternally manifested by his internal potency or spiritual energy, just like the sun and its rays in the clear sky. But at the times, he creates the material energy, as the sun creates a cloud in the clear sky. As the sun is ever increasingly unaffected by a spot of cloud, so also the unlimited Lord is unaffected by the spot of material energy, manifested at times in the unlimited span of the Lord's rays of Brahma Jyoti. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in this purport, Prabhupada is mentioning the Supreme Lord is the master of external energy. So as in the creation, in the entire cosmic manifestation, so there are so many universes, millions and trillions of universes. Out of each universe, these are all the universes are coming from Karnodak Sai Vishnu. And then from each universe, the Karnodak Sai Vishnu expands himself into as a Garbhodak Sai Vishnu and enters into one universe. So now as the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, from his navel, a lotus stem comes from where Brahma is born. And then using the stem of this lotus flower, he creates the upper planetary systems, bottom planetary systems, and middle. So totally 14 planets he creates. Everything is situated within that lotus stem. So he is on the top. So, but the Lord, his body, he is in the Garbhodaka. Sai Vishnu is in the Garbhodaka ocean, and he is completely free from all the material things. So Brahma in his prayers he mentions that ज्ञातोऽसि मेद्य सुचिरा ननु देहभाजं न ध्यायते भगवतो गतिरिध्यवज्यं नान्यत् कुदिस्ति भगवन्नपि तन्न शुद्धं माया गुण व्यतिक्राद्यद्विभासि रूपं यद्येतद् अतो रूपं यद्येतद् अवबोधरसोधेन शश्वन्निवृत्ततमसः सदनुग्रहाय आदौ गृहीतमवतारशतैकबीजं यन्ना विपद्मभवनदहमाविरासम्. And so that form, it is the all kinds of knowledge, and also Ado Gurhitam Avatar Shataika Bijam, and that form is the source of all other incarnations within this universe. Ado Gurhitam Avatar Shataika Bijam, Yanna Vipadma Bhavanad Ahamavirasam, and I have been emanating from his navel. So that is the Brahma's prayers where he confirms, and also he mentions Yova Ahamsha Girishasya Vibhu Swayam Cha Siti Udbha Pralaya Hetu. He says these are the three reasons. So that is mentioned in the so Hetu Atma Moolam, Hetava Atma Moolam, Bhitva Tripad Bauruda Ek Uru Pravoha, Tasmai Namo Bhagavate Bhonadhrumaya. This is Bhonadhruma. Bhonadhruma is all the planet systems. Bhagavate Bhonadhrumaya. He is the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is the root of the Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. So this is he is mentioning that Yova Ahamsha, and myself. Brahma is saying myself, and Girishasya, and Lord Shankara, Vibhu Swayamcha, and O Supreme Lord, you yourself expand as a Vishnu. Sthiti Udbha Pralaya Hetav Atma Moolam, you expand himself into Sthiti Udbha Pralaya Hetav Atma Moolam. And he is mentioning Bhitva Tripad Bauruda Eka Guru Pravoha, and into three branches. Even though you are one, Tripad Bauruda Eka Guru Pravoha, Tasmai Namo Bhagavate Bhonadhrumaya. And I am offering my prayers to the Bhonadhrumaya, the root of all this cosmic, this world, material world. So likewise, this is Brahma is praying here. So here Brahma is that kind of prayers, whatever the prayers he has offered to Lord Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So here he is mentioning to Narada Muni here. And the Lord is beyond these three material modes of nature. And he is not contaminated by three material modes of nature. So this total inclusive of three material modes of nature, they are created in the beginning. When the Brahma is creating, he creates so okay, let me. So he creates for the secondary creation. So the 24 material ingredients the Lord creates, that is in the beginning, that is three material modes of nature. So when Prabhupada was explaining these three material modes of nature multiply with another three and another three, likewise all these combinations and permutations will keep going on. From that 8.4 million kinds of species will be born. And further here in this purport, and the Lord is never unaffected by the influence of such bewildering energy. The living entities, jivas, however, are affected. So this is it is the living entities belongs to the marginal energy of the Lord. Vishnu Shakti Paraktokta Kshetrajñakya Tatapara Avidya Karma Sanyaya Tritiya Shakti Rishyate. One is the spiritual energy, one is the material energy, but whereas the living entity, he is middle, marginal energy. And either he can choose whether to be in the spiritual world or material world. It is a Tritiya Shakti Rishyate. So, and then, but they are subjected to be influenced by such modes of material nature. So the difference between the Lord and the living entities, that is the difference. But Lord doesn't fall into this material thing, and he is the master of all the cosmic manifestation. Living entities are subjected by those, and all the original living entities are qualitatively one with the Lord. This is Dvaima Purusho Loke Kshara Akshara Evacha. This is the Lord says there are two kinds of living entities. One is the falling living entities into the material one, Akshara. This is the living entities who are in the spiritual world, Akshara. Kshara Sarvani Bhutani Kotastha Akshara Uchyate. These are Aksharas who are living in the spiritual world. They don't come down here into the material world. This is only Kshara. Kshara Sarvani Bhutani, who have got the material ingredients, earth, water, fire, and space, and air, and mind, intelligence, and ego. These are all material ingredients of this material world. So they are subjected by the influence of three material modes of nature because of their bodies are made up of that. So in other words, the material modes of nature being products of the energy of the Lord are certainly connected with the Lord. This one also, in this one, okay, this is, let me just share. So in this one, this is the Goloka chart where the Lord is, Lord, this is Karunadaka Sai Vishnu, and also this is Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. And he glances on the Rama Devi, and then the shadow is Maya, and then Lord Shankar, he collects all the living entities, conditioned living entities, which are being particular to be brought into one particular excel of the universe, and then he brings everything into this material universe. So that is so the Lord is saying Lord is the controller of the material energy. And further, whereas the living entities who are entangled in the material world are neither masters nor controllers. They're all being controlled by three material modes of nature. So, and Prabhupada is giving analogy with the that the sun and its rays in the clear sky. So sometimes the sun it evaporates the water from the oceans and creates the cloud, and the same cloud, it will cover the sun, some part of the sunlight, but still the sun is there, but we think that sun is not visible. Who are foolish, they think like that. Similarly, the Lord's energy, so it also creates material energies manifested at times in the unlimited span of the Lord's rays of Brahma Jyoti. So that is how it is compared, analogy. So that is from this purport. So Prabhupada is explaining here. Sattvam Raistamiti Nirgunasya Gunastraiha Sitisargha Nirodeshu Grihita Maya Vibhoho. And further, Brahma is saying to Narada, the next verse. कार्यकारण कर्तृत्वे द्रव्य ज्ञान क्रियाश्रयाः बद्धन्ति निश्चिता मुक्तं मायिनं पुरुषं गुणाः. And karya karana katrutve, for the with effect and cause in this to be engaged in the activities, Dravya Jnana Kriya Asrayaha. By taking the shelter of Dravya, the material things, and the knowledge, Jnana, knowledge, and Kriya Shriyaha, taking shelter of all this, manifested by such symptoms. Badnanti Nichida Muktam, even though the living entity is not contaminated, not tied, but still, as soon as whenever he wanted to lord it over the nature, he will be brought into this material world, and then he will be made like Badnanti, he will be tied up and having some kind of cause and effect and activities, and Dravya Jnana, that is material energy and knowledge to uh, engage himself. Mayinam Purusham Gunaha, affected by the material energy. Purusham, the living entity, and Gunaha, the three material modes of nature. So these three material modes of nature, it will capture him, saying that this is your home, this is your wife, this is your child. And likewise, Atma Jaya Sutagara Pasudravina Bandhushu Niroda Mola Pradaya. And he will be, the living entity thinks that it is your home completely. This is my partner, my children. Atma Jaya Sutagara Pasudravina Bandhushu Niroda Mola Pradaya. He will be completely rooted, absorbed in that conception. And everything is by three material modes of nature. Likewise, he thinks that it is everything for me. Atmanum Bahumanyate. There is no one else better than me. Enjoy it like that. So likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni here, Karya Karana Katurpe Dravya Jnana Kriyasrayaha Badnanchi Nichida Muktum Mayinam Purusham Gunaham. So translation for this verse, the three material modes of nature, three modes of material nature being further manifested as matter, knowledge, and activities.
Yeah.
Put,
Yeah.
put the eternally transcendental living entity under conditions of cause and effect, and make him responsible for such activities. This is how one will be completely tied up within this material world. And let us see what Prabhupada is saying. So purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Because they are between the internal and external potencies, the eternally transcendental living entities are called the marginal potency of the Lord. This is the Vishnu Shakti Paraprokta Kshetrajnakya Tatapara Avidya Karma Sanyaya Tritiya Siktirishyate, that marginal potency. So factually, the living entities are not meant to be so conditioned by the material energy, but due to their being affected by the false sense of lording it over the material energy, they come under the influence of such potency and thus become conditioned by the three material modes of nature. This external energy of the Lord covers up the pure knowledge of the living entities eternally existing with him. But the covering is so constant that it appears that the conditioned soul is eternally ignorant. Such is the wonderful action of Maya, or external energy, manifested as if materially produced. If materially produced. So that is how living entity thinks only which is within his vision. He cannot think beyond that. So by the covering of power of material energy, the material scientist cannot look beyond the material causes. But factually, behind the material manifestations, there are Adhibhota, Adhyatma, and Adidhaiva actions. So which the conditioned soul in the mode of ignorance cannot see all these things. The Adhibhota manifestation entails repetitions of births and deaths with old age and diseases. Adhyatma manifestation conditions the spirit soul. And the Adidaiva manifestation is the controlling system. These are the material manifestations of cause and effect, and the sense of responsibility of the conditioned actors. They are, after all, manifestations of the conditioned state. And the human being's freedom from such a conditioned state is the highest perfectional attainment. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here, how a living entity is conditioned, it is compared. Narada Muni, so he speaks to Vyasadeva. Yatagavo nasi protaha tancham baddha nama bihi. Yatagavo nasi protaha. A cow is tied up with a noose thread, and onto the noose thread again big rope is joined, which is again tied to a big pillar or something like this, so that the cow cannot go, and it is controlled by the noose thread. Yatagavo nasi protaha tancham baddha damabihi. Likewise, vaktancham namabihi baddaha vahanti bhalimishituhu. And all the living entities, they are conditioned by the Vedic injunctions. Vaktancham baddha namabihi. Vaktancham. So all the Vedic injunctions. Vahanti bhalimeshtuhu. He is completely tied up to all the living entities. So this one, and then because we also see that Uddhamula Madashakam Ashwadham Prahuraviyam Chandam Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Saveda Vid. Krishna says in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So this material world is the reflection. It is tied up with all the Chandams Yasya Parnani. And this all the Vedic injunctions, they are the leaves of this, the tree, which is the reflection of the spiritual world. So in this material world, everyone are tied up with the Vedic injunctions. So but materialistic people, they cannot see anything. They are always trying to see and experience this material world with the senses, but they cannot understand anything of spiritual. This is when we, to understand Krishna and anything transcendental, it comes through, one is the Sankhya Yoga, meditation or tapasya. Other thing is the devotional service. Sevonmukhehi jihvadu swayameva spuratyadaha. Atha Sri Krishnamadi na bhavet grahya mindriyaihi. So na bhavet grahya mindriyaihi. They cannot be understood by their material senses. Sevonmukhehi jihvadu swayameva spuratyadaha. And Krishna, he will reveal himself and all of everything else whenever a living entity rendering devotional service to the Lord. And then further, Prabhupada is mentioning this about the Adibhuta, Adhyatma, and Adidhaiva actions, which condition the soul in the mode of ignorance, and they cannot see it. And giving what each and Adibhuta manifestation entails, repetition of births and deaths with old age and diseases. Adhyatma and manifestation conditions the spirit soul. Adidhaiva, and it is the controlling system. So likewise, living entity cannot go beyond this material world. But here, the freedom from such conditioned state is the highest perfectional attainment. So that one should not be controlled, but everyone are trying for freedom for a nation, freedom from kind of diseases, freedom from hunger and thirst. But here, so freedom from three material modes of nature is the topmost one. How it can be possible? Mamchayo abhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samtitechan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Whenever he engaged himself in the devotional service, unalloyed devotional service to Krishna, Mamchayo abhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samtitechan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. That is the highest perfectional stage. That way he will be completely free from this material world of Adidhaiva, Adibhuta, Adi Adhyatma. So this is Adidhaiva, Adi Adhyatma, Adibhuta. Hearing Krishna Katha, engaging himself in the devotional service, staying among the devotees association, that is the highest perfectional stage. Okay, so further, we shall go to the next verse, what Brahma is speaking to Narada Muni. Sayesha Bhagavan Lingaihi Tribhairyetehi Adokchajaha Swalakshita Gatir Brahman Sarvesham Mamata Ishwaraha Sayesha Bhagavan Lingaihi Tribihi Yetehi Adokchajaha. So here Brahma is saying, O Brahmana Narada, the superseer, the transcendental Lord, is beyond the perception of material senses of the living entities. This is living entities because of the above mentioned three modes of the nature. But he is the controller of everyone, including me. See, Sayesha Bhagavan Lingaihi Tribihi Yetaihi Adokchajaha Swalakshita Gatir Brahman Sarvesham Mamata Ishwaraha. So he is the controller of including me. So that is very beautifully is explaining by Brahma here. So and then further Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.24-25, the Lord has declared very clearly that the impersonalist who gives more importance to the transcendental rays of the Lord as Brahma Jyoti and who concludes that the absolute truth is ultimately impersonal and only manifests a form at a time of necessity, he is less intelligent than the personalist. However much the impersonalist may be engaged in studying the Vedanta, the fact is that such impersonalists are covered by the above mentioned three modes of material nature. Therefore, they are unable to approach the transcendental personality of the Lord. The Lord is not approachable by everyone because he is contained by his Yogamaya potency. But one should not wrongly conclude that the Lord was formerly unmanifested and has now manifested himself in the human form. This conception of the formlessness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is due to the Yogamaya, Katana of the Lord, and can be removed only by the Supreme Will as soon as the conditioned soul surrenders unto him. The devotees of the Lord who are transcendental to the above mentioned three modes of material nature can see all blissful transcendental form of the Lord with their vision of love in the attitude of pure devotional service. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Prabhupada here it is Prabhupada quoting. So this is from Krishna's statement. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mam abuddhayaha. See, param bhavam ajananto mama avyayam anuttamam. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam. So previously I don't have a form, now I have got a form. Manyante mam abuddhayaha. People think like that. Abuddhayaha, they're less intelligent. Krishna only declared here. What the Lord says, that is dharma, that is the truth and statement. Some people say they are the opinions. If they are aligning with the Lord, then only they have got value. Otherwise, they don't have any other value. So here, unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. So due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. So that is very beautiful. Krishna confirmed and Prabhupada here explaining here in this purport. So they are less intelligent people. And then further, so and also because they are thinking that in such a way, in the opposite way, the Lord Brahma Jyoti taken a form in the form of a deity form to appear in whenever it is needed. That is, we directly see when there is a sun, there is a light. Because light is there, so that he take a form of the sun, that doesn't make any sense. That is straightforward. So likewise, these impersonalists are very less intelligent. And then, so such a way they make mistakes at the lotus feet of the Lord. That is, and also Prabhupada a number of times mentions that Aruhya Krutrena Param Padam Tataha Patantyadaha Anadruta Yushmadangrayaha. So they, even though they have done so many austerities and penances to attain the supreme, perfect, and then but because they are making mistakes whenever it comes to the personal form of the Lord, they cannot go out of this material world. Even though they can enter into personal Brahma Jyoti, maybe it is a Kal Viplutam. On one day it is they may fall down, they may be attracted into the material world. Prabhupada mentioned such kind of people, they will come back to the material world and open the hospitals, charities, and then do such kind of dharmic activities. That is the impersonal. So that is, they are making mistakes they could not understand properly. So they are less intelligent than the personalist. And the Lord is not approachable by everyone because he is curtained by his Yoga Maya. This is Krishna also mentions Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Dhuratyaya Mamyevate Prapajante Maya Metam Tarantite. That one Krishna says, and it is contained by Yoga Maya. And also Lord Maya Javanika Chinnam Adhnadokchim Avyam Nalakshase Murdusha Natunatya Dharoyata. So this is Kunti Maharani says that Maya Javanika Chinnam Adhnadokchim Avyam Nalakshase Murdusho Natunatya Dharoyata. And whenever Lord comes here into this material world, perform his pastimes, it is just like actor. But Maya Javanika Chinnam, it is Nato Natya Dharoyata. We cannot understand Krishna's activities very easily unless we are with the devotees. And when the Lord is decorated very beautifully, and when the devotees are taking the mirror to show the Lord, is your decorations and this alankura is very beautiful or not. And then when Krishna is just adjusting his flute, devotees recognize it. Other people think it is something by accident, something like that. So that is Krishna's Yoga Maya, internal potency, Maya Jonika Chennam. We see on the 17th of March when Krishna was adjusting his flute during the Darshanarati time. So that is a beautiful thing. One of the examples. Other people cannot understand that much easily. So, but one should not wrongly conclude that the Lord was formerly unmanifested and has now manifested himself in the human form. This conception of the formlessness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is due to Yoga Maya, curtain of the Lord, and can be removed by only by the Supreme Will, as soon as the conditioned soul surrenders unto him. That is the beauty of it. That's why Krishna always says, Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam saranam raja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami masuchaha. So then only you will understand me. Completely surrender yourself unto me. And the devotees of the Lord who are transcendental to the above mentioned three modes of material nature can see all the blissful transcendental form. This is Etadesha Nimeshasya Prakristopi Tadgunaihi Najjite Atmastaihi Yada Buddhihi Tadashraya. The Lord is the beyond these three material modes of nature. He is the master of it. Because all the devotees, they hold the lotus feet of the Lord. They are also transcendental to the above mentioned three modes of nature. Yata buddhihi tadashraya, because they have got the same nature of the Lord. Yada buddhi tadashraya. So they can see the Krishna's all beauty, blissful transcendental form of the Lord with their vision of love. Preman januchita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hrudayoshu vilokayanti. So that is vision of love in the attitude of pure devotional service. It is very beautiful. So I stop here. So everything is nectarian when we are reading through all the Prabhupada's purports and Bhagavatam. This is Sayesha Bhagavan Lingaihi Tribihi Etaihi Adokchajaha Swalakshita Gatir Brahman Sarvesham Mamacha Ishwaraha. So he is the controller of everyone, including me. Likewise, Brahma is speaking to Narada Muni. Okay, I stop here. I request dear devotees, if you have got any questions or any comments or any additions, any corrections, kindly share. No questions or no comments. Okay, so in that case, if there are no questions or no comments, so Brahma is speaking to Narada Muni. Narada Muni is so blissfully happy. So we are also happy after hearing few words from Srimad Bhagavatam. It is always blissful to share this nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam among the devotees. This is Piyush Niryapita Deha Dharma. One does not feel any material conditions of the body. Is the devotees are able to unmute by themselves? Or Hare Krishna everyone? Or you are not able to unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Yes, we are able to unmute.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that is the Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you're all happy, then we shall conclude our session. If no questions or no comments. Are there any
Hare
additions?
Krishna, Prabhuji. Please kindly accept my humble obeisances, O good Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this nice explanation. You took your time and your energy to come on this platform to enlighten all of us. So thank you very much. It is really appreciated. So please keep it up, because it's not easy to prepare for a class. I know that. So thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so if there are no further, then we shall conclude our session. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakti ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna consciousness, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excellent class.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thanks a lot.
Hare Krishna.